Hi, Rene Bastarache here, and today I'd like to speak to you about how to conquer the enemy within and why does it seem so difficult to start a new business. About 23 years ago, I was an entertainer. Actually, I'd been an entertainer for about 15 years, and at that time I had been in charge of all the entertainment for a local theme park here in southern Maine. Now, I enjoyed what I was doing. It was good money. I was a single dad raising 4 girls. I had a mortgage like lots of you, but I was looking for something different. One day I was over a friend of mine's business. He actually owned a vacuum cleaner store, and while speaking to him, he was telling me how his technician, the guy that repairs all the machines out in the back, had done hypnosis, actually comedy hypnosis, for quite a while. Now that intrigued me. I'd never heard about comedy hypnosis. I actually didn't know anything about hypnosis at all. That was like a foreign word to me. So I asked if I could speak to him. I went out in the back room, and as I was speaking to this technician, he was telling me about his days when he was doing hypnosis, but he was making it sound real mysterious. He actually made it seem scary, something that taboo that you shouldn't do, and he was trying to avoid it. He was trying to cut me short all the time. Now, for those of you that know me, if you tell me that I can't do something, you know that I'm going to go out of my way to do it, just to spite you, okay? So after I left there, I was intrigued. I started doing a lot of research online, started finding out about what hypnosis was, finding out that it wasn't the scary thing, but that it was pretty amazing. As the story went, 2 weeks later, I had already found the place to get trained. I had been trained, I was certified and ready to get started. I jumped in feet first, and within 3 months, I had 3 separate offices in 3 different towns and was earning a full-time income already. Like I said, I was a single dad raising 4 girls, so I needed an income. So I did regular hypnosis sessions for about a year and a half. Then I decided to become an instructor, got certified as an instructor, and began teaching people to become hypnotherapists, which really increased my income exponentially. Now I was able to work less hours, but still make a great income doing it. I really enjoyed being an instructor. In fact, I stayed at it for, about 20 years, which brings me right up to today. And as most of you know, we have a very large hypnosis school and association with about 30 offices worldwide and thousands of members. So you can see that this business has been good to me throughout the years. The reason I brought this all up is to let you know that I understand what the enemy from within is. It's comfort. It's the status quo. This is the natural state of man. We want everything to stay the same. In fact, I call it same disease. Okay, this same disease can be very dangerous. We want different results, but we do the same things. A lot of people say that's one of the definitions of insanity, doing the same thing over and over but expecting different results. Time changes, but we don't want to. Think of that. Time changes. It's natural that everything changes around you. So if you just sit in your chair and do nothing day after day after day, guess what? Things aren't staying the same. They're changing around you. So if you're not changing too, if you're just staying the same, you're digressing. Either you're moving ahead or you're moving backwards. There's no same. It's just in your mind. Like I said, because everything is moving forward. So the enemy within is comfort or same disease. In order to change, there must be change. Let me tell you about my experience with training instructors and practitioners. We sell hundreds of courses each year. Now, out of all these people who take these courses, only about 30% of them ever complete the course. Think of that. Out of hundreds of courses, only about 30% of the people that purchase them actually complete the course. Now, some of them put it on a shelf and say, gee, I'll get to that someday. You know, they keep on looking at it, but it's one of those, one of these days I'll do it. Some of them decide halfway through the course that they're going to do something else, and some of them just plain give up. So out of all these hundreds of courses purchased, only 10% of the people actually decide to start a business. Only about 5% do start a business, and we all have great intentions. We want to start it, but how many of them do it? And only about 2% become successful in business. Isn't that amazing? Hundreds of people buy courses. They spend money on these courses. They're hard-earned money, and only about 2% of them succeed. Why is that? Is it a conspiracy? What's going on? Well, here's some of the reasons. At the top of the list are these three. Number one, they don't have goals. Number two, the ones that do have goals don't follow through on their goals. They don't persevere. You know, 1 year down the road is going to come whether you decide to act or not. So if you decide to stay the same and do nothing, a year is still going to be here. But if you worked really hard to succeed, you can be a success in a year. It's your choice. It's going to come either way because, like I said, change is inevitable. It happens around us. We're the ones that don't want to change. And of course, the third reason is people are suffering from same disease. Okay, they want to stay the same. They give up. They procrastinate or they change their path. They have great intentions, but intentions don't change things. You have to do something. I find it interesting how many people can make anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a year and up in this business, and how others keep on trying but just can't survive with it. I personally believe you can make a great income in virtually any business if you create goals, you do it, and you follow through. But it will be work. It will be different than you're doing now. And because of that, it will be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. That's the key to success. To get off your chair, to do what you haven't done before, and to be uncomfortable. If you stay the same, you'll remain the same. That's the result of same disease. You'll remain the same. So to succeed, you must change. You must make a plan or a goal. You must do something. Remember, faith without works is dead. And you must do it now. So what's your next move? Thanks for visiting, and be sure to subscribe before you go.